Hi, welcome back to Mr. Turner Art, and if you've watched the observation video I posted before this one, you'll see we were looking how to draw this coral. Since then, I've added this basic shape that we talked about estimating and observing to get the right shape and size. Now I'm happy with this, I'm going to be able to use it to do other parts of my drawing. The first thing I'm going to look at trying to get right is this kind of large round. I can tell it's probably a circle, but the image is not there, so I won't draw that bottom bit and make it up. I'll think about this. So again, the first thing is all about size. How much of this long tube I've already drawn does this cover? How wide is this compared to how tall it is? How tall is this part compared to the rest? Because I'm happy with this part, I can start to estimate. So with this, I would say it is probably 1, 2, 3, and a small bit. Okay, so using my size I've already got for this, probably a small bit's there. I've got 1. I'll put a little mark to help you. Probably 2, maybe 3. Okay, so I will start. Then I can also see that where this ends is just over halfway on here. Okay, always draw lightly until you know where it goes. Sometimes, the image might be confusing. You might put something in the wrong place. Okay, ovals and ellipses can be tricky. Okay, and something like that will do for now. Okay, if I want to get this detail in the top, I can think about how much is the gap from where this the circle oval in the middle starts to the edge, and I can probably get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I can go straight back to here and divide this up into 6 even bits. And then, because I can see that on this edge here is quite even, I can start to look and estimate where that is. And the curve that we have on the top is very similar to the curve we have on the bottom. Okay, so you can start to see already I'm getting these baselines that I can base, and I'll be able to use these for when I move on to tone. I'm starting to get this side of the image how I like it. Okay, so let's start to move on to other areas. Where is the top of this? Coming back to this bit that I'm happy with and I can see is correct. If I have my halfway point on this one, we can see that this top is just above that. So again, I can put a little marker where I think, if you need to use a ruler to measure it, that's fine. Okay, and I can just put a little, I'm not even going to guess how far away it is from this one yet. I'm just going to put, if this is halfway, I think the top of it might be somewhere up there. Okay, so let's think about and move on to what is this distance. So if I look at this, how many of that gap can I get into the width? Okay, at this point. So I would say there's 1, there's 2, not quite 3. So then if I have, and I can split that up into 3, then obviously whatever this distance is going to be where I start to put this in. So I can put a little line. Start here. I'm not doing it all the way to the top because I can see this has got a curved top. So something there, and looking at that looks quite vertical. Okay, I can see I've actually made a mistake here. This is a lot more vertical than I first thought, and I've done it so I can correct this. Okay, which means I'll probably need to make this one more good, but I've drawn it lightly so I can correct it. Okay, I'm not going to carry on and do the whole of the image, but you can start to see how I'm putting in and using every part that I draw to help me with every other bit. Because if it's the relationship between the different bits on different parts of my, and I'm using the measurements, and you can see all these tiny, I'll hold it close to the camera, all these little lines that I'm doing, they are helping me work out exactly where things need to go. I'm not guessing, I'm not thinking or hoping that it's in the right place. I'm working it out as I go along. Okay, and the more you do with it, the easier it gets. Okay, but give it a go. Thank you.